There are a lot of trends on YouTube that come and go, but there's one unusual trend that I've noticed in 2024 that I think is going to be here to stay for a long time. So if you've ever thought about starting a YouTube channel, I think now is literally the best time. And let's be real, I know everyone has been saying that every year for the past 5 years. Every year is always the best time to start. But because of the trend that I'm going to be talking about in this video, now literally has never been more true. So to talk about this trend, I have to talk about kind of the last 5 years on YouTube. So over the past 5 years, content has become quicker and snappier. It's been called the Mr. Beastification of YouTube. So if for some reason you don't know who Mr. Beast is, he is the largest YouTube creator in the world. And he creates these challenge style videos that are immensely elaborate. And there are a ton of quick cuts, B-roll, music, sound effects. I mean, it is a visual barrage to behold. And people have been catching on to that. And now they have been trying to adapt their videos to essentially be Mr. Beast style. So even people who are doing instructional style videos are trying to incorporate Mr. Beast style quick cuts and B-roll and music and sound effects in order to make their videos more engaging. And it definitely does work, like there's psychology behind it. And so as people have been incorporating these Mr. Beast style videos, alongside that over the past 5 years has been the rise of TikTok, right? And so TikTok kind of operates similarly. It's very quick, snappy videos. And so the reason why these do so well is because they kind of hijack your dopamine system. So your dopamine is like your reward system. And so when you see these highly engaging videos, it releases dopamine. And so what it does is it trains your brain to want to always seek content like that. And not even just seek content like that, but seek something more intense, more engaging, more fast-paced. And so there becomes this dopamine addiction where you start to lose enjoyment over the slow pace of life, right? Like people who become addicted to TikTok and those really engaging, fast-paced videos, they start to just lose enjoyment over just the natural pace of life, which typically is slower. And so I think we've reached a point now in 2024 where there is a massive shift happening where people are starting to realize that they don't want their dopamine systems hijacked. And frankly, neither do I. I'm frankly sick and tired of the intensely overproduced videos that I constantly see on my YouTube feed. And I got rid of TikTok on my phone because it's just too damn addicting, if I'm being honest. And so I think people are starting to realize that. And in 2024, one of the big things that I started to notice on my YouTube feed, on my homepage, is I started to see these videos that were not, they were not appealing at all. Like the YouTube was not catchy, or the YouTube thumbnail was not catchy. The title wasn't even that catchy, but for some reason, it allured me to want to click on it. And I think the reason that it allured me to want to click on it is because it was just something different. It was a break from all the noise of all this overly highly produced thumbnails and titles and insane video production. And so I think the big kind of unusual trend that's happening is that YouTube is kind of going back to its roots in the sense that people are doing more authentic vlog style videos. And frankly, this is where I think YouTube shines anyway. And so the first example that I stumbled upon like this was called Dry Creek Wrangler School. So for those of you who don't know, this is an amazing channel. And there's basically what Dry Creek Wrangler School is there's this cowboy, self-proclaimed, who will talk about horsemanship, but also will talk about just like life philosophy. And his videos are literally just one takes of a camera and him talking. Usually he's smoking a cigar as well. And it's just him spitting life philosophy. And they're not short videos. A lot of them are around 15 minutes long. And the reason why I liked them is because it just felt like, I don't know, it just felt like a buddy was talking to me. Or like there was some parental figure that was speaking words of wisdom to me, like some grandpa I never had was giving me life advice, which just felt really nice. It didn't feel artificial like a lot of the highly produced videos. The other really popular example nowadays is Sam Sulek. So Sam Sulek is a fitness YouTuber, and he literally breaks every single rule or every single piece of advice that a lot of people say when it comes to YouTube. So his thumbnails are not good. His titles are even worse. And yet he gets a lot of views, a tremendous amount of views. He has over 3 million subscribers. And I think the reason why he does so well is because he just shares his thoughts. And he will just press record while he's sitting in his car driving to the gym and just talk about what's on his mind and what he's going to do at the gym that day. And again, it has that same feeling of you feel like you're with a friend. It doesn't feel like there's someone talking at you, but it feels like there's someone talking with you. And I think there's something really powerful about that. And that's why I think that this is going to be a trend that's here to stay. And so I think one of the reasons why this trend is going to become popular, and frankly is becoming more popular, is it puts the emphasis on the creator, the personality of the creator, as opposed to the content. And so as a result of this, people will form a deeper connection to the creator, because it's no longer about how can I make the craziest or coolest idea possible. Now it's just really just being yourself and being your authentic self and just sharing whatever it is that you want to share on your channel. That's the cool thing as well, is you don't have to niche down into one particular thing. You can just talk about what you want to talk about. And as long as you're being yourself, a lot of times people will really resonate with that, and because you'll be kind of forming that deeper connection with them. And so the other thing that I wanted to touch on is that even though it's personality based, you don't need the classic YouTuber personality. We've all seen the classic YouTuber personality where it's like, here are the 5 things that you need to know in order to blah, blah, blah. I'm tired of that. And I think a lot of people are. And the cool thing now is you can just be your own personality. Now that in and of itself takes some time to get comfortable with if you're not used to talking to a camera. But once you do, people want to see what your true personality is. And that is really going to be what sets people apart these days, as opposed to the specific topic of the content that they decide to produce. So the important thing to know from this is that now is literally the best time to be a YouTube creator, because aside from when YouTube first started, now has never been a better time to start, because the focus is no longer about how to create the best topic possible. It's now just be yourself. Be yourself on camera, and people will resonate with that. And the cool thing is that you don't need a fancy camera to start. I happen to have a nice camera, but, well, nice-ish. It's an entry-level camera. But you can use your iPhone to start. I think, well, Sam Sulek has a camera that he uses. But again, it's nothing crazy. They don't do a lot. Dry Creek Wrangler School, North Sam Sulek do a whole lot of color correction or anything crazy when it comes to their videos. They don't do any B-roll, and they don't do any music. They just share what it is that they want to talk about in their given video. And so as far as like types of content to make, it's also super easy now, because you just document your life. What are your goals that you're working towards? What are the struggles that you have? What is it that you're working towards? What have you accomplished lately? It's just you documenting your life. And you can choose to include whatever it is that you want. And certainly you don't have to include everything in your life. You can sort of tailor it towards what you want to talk about. But that's the neat thing now, is now it's not about Whereas YouTube, I think over the past 5 years has been a lot of challenge videos and tutorial style, like here's how to do this, here's the best way to do this. Now it's just getting to know people and forming that deeper connection that I talked about. And anyone can do that, including you. And that kind of goes along with just being your authentic self. That's what people want to see. They don't want to see the classic YouTube personality anymore. At least I don't. And so I kind of talked about this. I kind of talked about the forming a deeper connection. Oh, there's one little thing I have a little list of notes here. So I think one other reason why this trend is becoming really popular is there is sort of this loneliness epidemic that's happening now, right? And I haven't really researched this, so I don't know what the causes are, but I imagine a lot of it can be addiction to social media and things of that nature, where people don't feel connected to other humans anymore. People aren't as social anymore, and people are less reluctant to talk to others in real life. And so when that is occurring, it's nice to, well, for one, I do think we need to go back to that, but I do think in the meantime, having videos where you just feel like you're with a friend is a very valuable thing to people. And I know for me, on Sundays when I'm meal prepping, I really love just being able to watch videos of someone where it feels like I'm hanging out with them. And it's not like I'm trying to gain knowledge or extract some kind of value. It's just they're a personality that I vibe with, and that's really powerful. So this is really cool for me because I've never been more excited to make content on YouTube, because now I know that this is something that is gaining traction, and frankly this is the type of content that I like to make. Now I still think it helps to have like some bit of a script like what I'm operating off of, but I think it's also important to just share what's on your mind and to be your authentic self. That's ultimately what I want to portray on this channel. And if you want to start a YouTube channel, that's something that you should strive to do. Or maybe you shouldn't do it, but if you want to do it, you can. You can be your authentic self, and you can form an audience around that of people who just vibe with your personality. So I say this all because now is literally never been a better time to start YouTube. Now has never been a better time to start a YouTube channel, and it's never been easier because you don't need some crazy setup. I'm filming outdoors. Yes, I have a camera. Yes, I have a microphone, but I don't have a lighting kit. The sun just happens to be right there, so boom, there's my lighting. So, and I'm just sort of speaking what's on my mind. Yes, I have a script, but it's just bullet points of just so I don't miss certain things that I wanted to talk about. And so it's never been easier to start a YouTube channel. And so if you've ever thought about doing that, I say go for it and try it out. If you've never done it, it's going to be clunky. You're going to feel like you don't exactly know how to act on camera, and that's fine. Neither did I. It's probably took about 50 videos for me to feel comfortable on camera, but I'm really excited for this new wave of YouTube. So I would definitely hop on the train if you've ever thought about doing it, because I mean, I'm just beating a dead horse here. It's just now is really, because there is this age of authenticity now on YouTube, there's this revival of just being your authentic self. It's just, I'm excited for it. If you're still like unsure how to even get started with YouTube, just reach out to me and I'd be happy to help you out. My email's in the description below. You can reach out, and if you just really don't know how to get started but you want to get started, I'd be happy to try to steer you in the right direction. But yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye.